everyone, welcome back to another Art and Talk. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my mini sketchbook series. But this painting is a little bit off from it. I'm just going to be repainting a gouache painting that I did, I think, a year ago. But I wanted to kind of use this video as an excuse to talk about something that happened to me in the process of filming this video and what I kind of learned from it. And so I want to title this video, Use What You Already Have, or like everything that you're looking for or waiting on is already in your hands. And so I'm going to just kind of take you through a story time, tell you a little bit about what I learned about this process and how it can potentially help your life too. So I hope that you enjoy the painting in the background as well as the talking portion of my Art and Talks, where we kind of just share knowledge and we go back and forth off of each other's lived experiences. So before I filmed this video, I was very nervous because I knew that God was calling me to do a different type of style with my videos. I knew I wanted to expand a little bit more. I knew I wanted to try new things, but it was really nerve-wracking to try new things. And like when you're comfortable doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's hard to just switch all of a sudden and, ask for more and go for more. But during the process, I was like, no, God, like I can't switch up my videos. Like I need this. I need a wider camera lens. I need a bigger easel. I need this. I need this. I need that. And I don't have the things that I need to make this video perfect. And basically, for some reason, I wasn't getting the things that I felt like I needed to get in order to make these videos the way that I saw them. And so I just started praying and I'm like, God, give me my passion back. I feel like I've just kind of been making art, and there was a time in which I used to make art and I had so much passion, like it was undeniable. And so I'm like, if you're not going to give me the resources that I need to film this video, then just give me the passion that I need to kind of put something more into it. And towards this time, I started to compare myself to other videos that I was seeing online. I was like, this person has this and that's why they're able to do this, and this person has this and that's why their video reaches this many people. And I started coming up with excuses for why I couldn't just do the thing that I had been claiming that I'm waiting on God to do for me. And so this whole time I'm like, God, well, I'm waiting on you to bring this, and this. And when you bring this, and this, then I will move. And God's waiting on me like, when you move, then I will bring this, and this. And it kind of reminds me of the Bible verse that says, I planted, Apollos watered, but God is the one that brought the growth. And it's like, God is ultimately the one that's in control of the outcome. So if you're looking for new friends, who knows, like let's say you're looking for new friends, you have to put that effort forward. You have to put yourself out there, and if God wants the relationship to be, it will be. Like he will cause it to flourish. That is not our job. And I think a lot of the times we get the roles reversed, where we're like, God, do the work for me and then I am going to control the outcome. And that's just not how it works. And so in that moment, I was comparing myself to people, and I'm like, well, this is their outcome, and if you would just get me this, and this resource, then I could have the same outcome as this person has, and then we can get these videos out. And I just heard God being completely silent. Like he wasn't really saying anything to me, and I'm like, okay, do I continue? Do I not continue? Like all I know is that a couple weeks before, I know that he wanted me to continue YouTube. And to be completely honest, and to be completely transparent, when you're putting so much time and energy into these things and it doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere, or it doesn't really seem like you have a receptive audience, it's really hard to be motivated to keep doing this. I'm in university, I'm working, I'm young, I'm figuring it out, I'm in a million clubs, I'm doing a million volunteering stuff, and this YouTube is really just obedience to God. Like this is really just me doing it because God said so. If God told me to stop doing it or told me that I didn't have to do it anymore, I would stop in a heartbeat, because it isn't coming from me. It's something that God wants me to do. It's a way in which he wants me to share my gifts. And so I was comparing myself to people on YouTube and just kind of like how they were doing and how their videos looked. And I was reading my Bible, and God reminded me of Galatians chapter 6 verses 4-5, and it says, pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will have the satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else. For if we're each responsible for our own conduct, for we are each responsible for our own conduct. And yeah, so he brought me to that verse, and I was just like, I don't have a satisfaction of a job well done because I haven't even started the job. I'm too busy watering other people's grass for them, watching what other people are doing, and I'm not paying attention to what God has called me to do. So I don't have the satisfaction of a job well done because I'm not paying attention to my own work, right? I'm comparing myself to other people, and therefore what I'm supposed to be responsible over, I'm not really moving on. And so I just challenged myself. I said, I'm going to sit down one Sunday. I'm going to make sure I have nothing else on my schedule. I'm going to set up my art desk ahead of time. I'm going to set up my camera ahead of time. Before I even film, I'm going to figure out which ways I want to film. I'm going to ready myself and I'm going to be prepared so that when the day for filming comes, I can't give myself any excuses. And so for a little background story, what I used to do is I would figure out how I'm going to film, figure out what I'm going to film, figure out how I'm going to do it, what time of day, all of that within the same day that I'm planning to film. So I wouldn't be ready at all, and I'd wait until that hour that I'm planning on filming to do all of these things. And again, don't read too deeply into what I'm saying and think I'm talking about myself. Listen to this and apply this to your own life. Listen to this and apply this to what you're doing or what you're not doing. Maybe you're sitting around and hoping for a miracle to happen and hoping for an opportunity to come out of nowhere, a job to come out of nowhere. But in order to get that job, you have to go and apply to jobs. In order to get that opportunity, you have to put yourself out there. So listen to my story and kind of swap it into your own situation so that you can understand what I'm saying, because this really has nothing to do with filming. It has to do with using what you were given and being prepared to do your end of the things that God's calling you to do so that he can do his end and show you the result. And so basically, usually I do everything on the same day, but this time I was like, no, I'm gonna film. It's going to be different from how my other videos look, and I'm going to do this better. I'm going to do this the right way. So the day before I was supposed to film, I set up my filming area. I cleaned everything up. I brought my paints out. I propped up my camera. I did different angles. I shot and then I didn't shoot, and then I shot and then I didn't shoot to see which would be the best angle. I did all of those things ahead of time to make sure that on the day that I was filming, I didn't have to worry about all the preparation. I could just sit there and go straight for it. And so on the day of preparation, I woke up early. I made sure to get all my affairs handled, and then I went straight into filming. And it was so calming. It was so calming. It was so peaceful. Needless to say, everything turned out perfectly. My camera angle was perfect. You could see my hand painting, but you could also see the painting perfectly as you're watching the video. The paints and everything was great. My camera wasn't blurring out. My lens was wide enough that you could see all the scenery, all the decorations, everything. And in my opinion, this video came out really, really well, and it's extremely different from the videos that I've posted in the past because I did something new. I tried something new. I applied myself. I wasn't waiting for somebody to come and get me more supplies to do this or get me more decorations to do this. I just sat there and I was like, I'm gonna stop complaining. I'm gonna stop looking for more things to add to my videos. I'm gonna stop waiting for God to bring more things, so more resources so that I can pull this together. And I'm going to literally use what I have. And if God's word is true and what Paul wrote is true, I planted and Apollos watered, but God brought the growth, then all I have to do is show up. All I have to do is show up. All I have to do is paint. All I have to do is record an audio. All I have to do is edit this video. All I have to do is put it up, and God will bring the growth. That's not my problem. My problem isn't if people watch this video. My problem isn't if people are receptive to what I'm saying. My problem isn't if people watch 35 seconds of this video. What I have to worry about, what I have to think about is my end of it, which is showing up and using my gifts of art and using my gifts of inner healing work and talking and interpersonal work, right? And so everything turned out good. I sat there. I wasn't stressed. I wasn't worried about the sun going down because usually I film at 5 p.m. and I'm racing to make sure that the sun doesn't go down, but I filmed early. The sun was up. I made sure that I got all my other priorities out of the way so I could focus on this. The paint came out good. I took my time. I focused on angles. I made sure to put energy into this, and God just completely made the video turn out very beautifully. And I don't know what's gonna happen when I post this. I don't know if people are gonna receptive to this. I don't know if people are even gonna watch this, but I say all this to say what we're looking for and what we're waiting for, it's already in our hands. If you would just use the resources you already have, then when God starts to advance you in that area, he will bring more resources, right? Because when much is given, much is required, right? But if you're not giving as much up, if there isn't much of a demand for what you're doing, there's not going to be a supply. Like, God's not going to give you a plethora of things and you're not doing anything like in return. So like, in order for us to advance ourselves or advance in this specific area, we have to show up. We have to use what we're given. So like, let's take this for example. Let's say you want a new relationship, right? And you're like, well, I haven't got this part of myself healed yet. I haven't done this yet. I haven't had a glow up yet. I don't know. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. God's saying, all I want you to do is take the lessons you learned from your last relationship and apply them to this one. The way that you didn't communicate in your last relationship and you saw how that turned out, communicate in this one. The way that you didn't show up in your last relationship and you saw how that turned out, show up in this one. The way you were unequally yoked in your last relationship and then you saw the repercussions of that, be equally yoked in this relationship. So it's not about like getting more things or needing more to be added away from us. Less is literally more. After I finished recording this video, all I kept saying was less is more. Less is more. Less is more. We always think we need more in order to do more, but sometimes taking the little that we do have can make a big difference. Isn't the mustard seed one of the smallest seeds ever, but it grows a very big tree? Like, we don't need all of these things that we think we need in order to make this difference, in order to show up in these ways. And there was this Bible verse that I read, and I promise you, for like an hour I was trying to find it, and I was so frustrated. I was like, I'm not gonna record this audio if I don't find it, and I still didn't find it. But it was basically a letter that Paul wrote in the New Testament, like, and what I got from reading it, I can't tell you the verse because I don't remember it, but what I got from reading it was he was saying, I have everything around me that I need right now. I'm going to use this and wait on God to bring the rest. And that's essentially what it is. Like, when we're looking for things or when we're waiting on things, what are you doing while you're waiting? What are you doing in the meantime? Because honestly, that's what matters the most. That's why people usually say when you're waiting on God, God is usually waiting on you. Because what are you doing while you're waiting? You know, sometimes we're called to do nothing at all while we're waiting, but that's a very specific instruction, and you will hear God very clearly on that if that's what he's asking you to do. A lot of the times we don't hear God say anything at all, and we're waiting instead of trying at least to take what we learned, take what we built in the last season and build off of that. And so I just say all that to say, like, I encourage you to use what you have. You know, I apologize, like, for not having as much integrity to use what I have beforehand, because literally the only new thing I bought for this video was an easel. Everything else that I used in this video, I already had it. And before, in the other art and talks that I did, I don't feel like I put as much energy into it as I should have, you know, but I was asking God for more, but I wasn't putting as much energy into it as I should have. And so moving forward, like, I'm going to pay attention to detail. Moving forward, I'm going to treasure the little thing that God gives me, because sooner rather than later, God will turn this little thing into a big thing, and then we're going to need to really learn how to manage it. We're going to really need to learn how to steward it. So if you can't start in the small place, if you can't start with integrity in the small place, if you can't learn those lessons in the small place, how do you think you're going to do that in the big place? God is very merciful. He will never throw us into anything we can't handle, whether that's good or bad. When people hear that, they often think, oh, God will never throw us into anything too bad that we can't handle. He will never, like, abundantly bless us with things that we can't handle either, because, like, you can quickly turn a blessing into a curse when you don't know how to manage it. And so I encourage you to start with prayer. Like, I prayed for my passion back. I prayed for God to show me how to do this, and to also give me the strength to, like, get up and do things differently, to get up and use what I have, even though I feel like it's not enough, to go against what I feel and get up and do it anyways, and trust that if I plant and I water, God will ultimately bring the growth.